Hello guys, welcome to QA Studio channel. From yesterday we have started Selenium interview question and we have covered 9 questions related to the Selenium. Now we will see the next question, that what are the locators and what are the types. Everyone know locators means we have to identify the element on the web page. So our first question is, what are the locator? Locator is used to identify the element on the web page. To locate the element, we have a several method like find element and find elements method. Find element and find elements method is the WebDriver's method or the search context interface method. So the first question is, what are the locators and what are the method that we use to locate the element. So locators are used to identify the element on the web page, and to locate this web element on the web page we use find element and find elements method. If we use find element method, then that time find elements method return the first matching element on the web page. But in the case of find elements method, in that case, it will return the all matching element from the web page. As we are discussing locators, means locators are broadly classified into two types: attribute based locator and a structure based locator. Attribute locators means are the locators which rely on the attribute of the web element. Attribute like ID, name, link text, or class name or tag name. And the structure based locator means which rely on the structure of the page, means DOM. DOM means document object model to find the web element, like XPath and CSS selector. When we talk about the attribute like ID, name, link text, class name, tag name, these locators are attribute based locator. But when we discuss about XPath and CSS selector, that time this locator is a structure based locator. Also, when we used or when we locate the element with the help of find element or find elements method, we have used by. By dot. By means it is a abstract. By is the abstract class, that is Selenium WebDriver provide the abstract class by with static method that has to implement a locate element on the web page, like by.id, by.name, by.tag name, by.link text, by.partial link text, by.class name, by.css selector, and by.xpath. Xpath and css selector are the structure based locator, but remaining these like class name, partial, link text, tag name, name and id are the attribute based locator. Here the question form is, what are the locator? What are the locator? Locators means it is used to identify the elements on the web page. There are two types of locator like attribute based locator and the structure based locator. Attribute locator means the locator which are rely on the attribute of web element like ID, name, link text, class name and the tag name. And the structure based locators means is rely on the structure of the page like XPath and CSS selector. Also another question is formed, what method we use to identify the elements. One is the find elements and find elements method. Find element and find elements are the method of the WebDriver and the search context interface. Now the next question is, what is XPath and what are the type? XPath is one of the locator in Selenium which is used to locate the element. XPath in Selenium is the XML part used for finding the element on the web page. Also we say that what is XPath means XPath is one of the locator in Selenium which is used to locate the element. XPath is the XML part which is used for finding the element on the web page. In Selenium automation, if the element are not found by the general locator means ID, class name or link text, partial link text, that time we use the XPath or CSS selector. Also here one question form, that when the element not found by the general locator, that time what will you do? Then that time we use the XPath to find the element on the web page. XPath means, what is the syntax of the XPath? XPath means double forward slash tag name in square bracket @attribute equal to value. now अभी हम forward slash means select current node. Tag name means tag name of the particular code like @class, sorry, input, anchor tag. This is a tag name. And means it select the attribute, and attribute means class name ID, and value means its value. In this way we define the syntax of the XPath. हम एक बार फिर से देखेंगे XPath equal to double forward slash means it select the current node. Then tag name means like input and anchor tag, and means it select the attributes like ID, class name, partial link, partial text, partial link test. These are the attribute, and its value is we have to write in the here we have to write attribute value. Now to find the element on the web page accurately, there are the different type of locator. As we have seen in the previous questions, locators means which is used to identify the web element on the web page. There are two types of locators, structure based locator and the attribute based locator. Attributes locator means ID, class name, link test, partial link test. And the structure based locator is related to the DOM means XPath and the CSS selector. ID is to find the element by ID. Class name means to find the element by the classmate of the element. Also name and link test, it's the same, means by name we identify the element, or by link test we identify the link. Now the next question is, what are the type of the XPath? Type of the XPath means absolute XPath and the relative XPath. Absolute XPath means it begin with the single forward slash and it select the element from the root node. If there is any changes made in the path of the element, then XPath get failed. Also there is a one question form that what are the types of XPath? Here there are two types of XPath, that is absolute XPath and the relative XPath. In absolute XPath means what? Suppose the interviewer asks the what is the absolute XPath and what are the its disadvantage. That time we say that XPath means it begin with a single forward slash and it select the element from the root node. And the disadvantage of the absolute XPath that it is very lengthy first, and if there is any changes made in the that XPath of the element, then XPath get failed. Now the next question is, what is the relative XPath and why we use the relative XPath? Relative XPath means it start with a double forward slash. Relative XPath start from the middle of the HTML or DOM structure, means we can locate the element from anywhere on the web page. It can search element anywhere on the web page, means no need to write the long XPath, because absolute XPath is a very lengthy, and if we made any changes that particular XPath, then XPath may get failed. So, and in the relative XPath start from the double forward slash. Relative XPath start from the middle, or we can locate the element from middle or from anywhere on the web page. There is no need to write a long XPath, and we can start from middle of the HTML structure. Relative XPath is always preferred as it is not complete part from the root node. Also here one more question form. Which XPath we will prefer from absolute XPath and relative XPath? Then we have to say that we will always prefer relative XPath because it is not complete part from the root node and it is not very lengthy. Now next question is, what is XPath? What is Exper Access? In the XPath, navigation element from one element to another is called traversing. In order to traverse from one element to another element, we use the XPath access. So, our question was, what are the XPath access? In XPath, navigation element from one element to another element is called traversing, and in order to traverse means from one element to another element, we use the XPath access. Here we have a 6 XPath access, that is ancestor, parent, child, following sibling, preceding sibling and descendant. First we will see basic XPath. XPath means it is a XML file which is used to locate the element on the web page, and it starts from the single forward slash or the double forward slash. Now XPath expression select a node or list of node on the basis of attribute like ID, name, class name, etc. from the XML document. Like XPath, here is a double forward slash which select the current node, input is a tag name, and here attribute and its value. Now the next is the contains function. Contains is used in the XPath expression when it is used when the value of attribute changes dynamically. For example, login information. The content feature has an ability to find the element with the partial text also. So here one question is formed, why we use content function. Content function is used when the attribute value change dynamically. Also one more question is formed here, in what situation we use the content function or why we use the content function. That time our answer will be the when the value of attribute changes dynamically, that time we use the content function. Another function is using or and AND. In or expression, two conditions are used, whether first condition or second condition should be true. Means दोनों में से एक condition true होना चाहिए, either first condition or the second condition. It is also applicable if any one condition is true or maybe both. Means any one condition should be true or find the element. To find element when we are using or and AND function in the XPath. Another function is Exper start with. Exper start with means is a function used for finding the element whose attribute value get changed on refresh or by other dynamic operation on the web page. In this method, the starting text of the attribute is matched to the find element whose attribute value changes dynamically. We can also find element whose attribute value is static. Static means not changing. Dynamic means whose value is changes. For example, suppose ID of the particular element changes dynamically, like when first value is ID equal to message 12. After refreshing the the ID value is the message 345. But after again refreshing the value will be the message 8769. Here we are seeing that the last value will be the changing and the first text or initial text is the same in the every refresh. So in this situation, we use the start XPath with start with function. Again in XPath text function. Suppose if we have to locate the element by using text function, like that time we use the text function in the XPath element. When there is no attribute or attribute itself duplicate, we use the text function. So here one question is formed, in what situation we use the XPath text function. That time we have to say when there is no attribute. Attributes means when there is no ID present, no name present, no linked test present. That time we use the text function. Also suppose sometime attribute itself duplicate, means one attribute have a same value. That time also we use the text function. Also it helps to find the exact text element and it locate the element within the set of the text node, and the element to be located should be in the string form. Here this syntax will be the text function, like double forward slash tag name and in square bracket text bracket equal to, in the single converted comma we have to write the text, like user ID. Here we have to write the text. The next question is XPath access method. We have in the previous question we have seen what is XPath access. XPath access means when there is a forming a traversing in the XPath. Traversing means we have to move the from one element to the other element. That time we use the XPath access. Now in this question we have to see the XPath access method. We know there are the 6 type of the XPath access method, like following, sibling, preceding, ancestor, child, and the parent. So first we will see following. Following means it select the all element in the document of the current node. And its syntax is, first we have to write our XPath, and after writing the XPath, here after writing this XPath we have selected our current node. Now we have to move to the next node. That time we use the double forward slash following and input. If we want to focus any particular element, then we can use the below XPath method. Like suppose with the help of this XPath element हमने ए लोकेट किया है, अभी हमको यहाँ से यहाँ जाना है, तो दैट टाइम हम फॉलोइंग मेथड यूज करेंगे XPath एक्सेस का. So that time we use the following with followed by double colon like that. हमको अभी ये सिलेक्ट करना है, ये हमको सिलेक्ट करना है, ये हमने सिलेक्ट किया, ये हमने सिलेक्ट किया. XPath इक्वल टू एडेड फॉरवर्ड स्लैश टैग नेम एंड इट्स एट्रीब्यूट वैल्यू. अभी हमको यहाँ से यहाँ जाना है, दैट टाइम we will write again double forward slash following double colon equal to its tag name. Now the next is the ancestor. Ancestor means ancestor access select all ancestor element. Ancestor element like grandparent, parent of the current node. अभी हमको देखेंगे, ये हमारा करंट नोड है और ये हमारा चाइल्ड नोड है. हम यहाँ आ गए, यहाँ से हमको यहाँ जंप करना है. That time we will use the following method of the XPath access. अभी हमारा ये हमारा करंट नोड है, तो करंट नोड हम अभी देखने वाले हैं एंसेस्टर. व्हाट आर द एंसेस्टर? एंसेस्टर मीन्स हमको यहाँ से यहाँ और यहाँ से यहाँ ऐसे जाना है, तो मीन हमको ग्रैंड पेरेंट नोड हमको सिलेक्ट करना है, उसको हम बोलते हैं एंसेस्टर. अगर हमको ऊपर से नीचे जाना है तो हम उसके चाइल्ड नोड्स हमको सिलेक्ट करना है, तो उस वक्त हम फॉलोइंग यूज करेंगे. So it select all the ancestor element of the current node, and its syntax is XPath equal to tag name. Here we have to write the text of that particular XPath and followed by the double forward slash ancestor double colon equal to tag name. If we want to focus on any particular element, then we use the index concept. Here one question may be formed that if your XPath is focuses more than one element, that in that situation what will you do? So our answer will be to locate the element XPath. We will locate the element using XPath, and here we use the index concept of the XPath. Now the third method is the child. Child means it select all the children element of the current node. These are the child. These are the parent. So for selecting the child, the syntax will be the XPath equal to the double forward slash attribute value, attribute name, and followed by the double forward slash. Here we have to write the child double column equal to its tag name. Suppose, and if you want to focus on any particular element, then we can use the index function of the XPath. Also, the fourth is a preceding method of the XPath access. Preceding means it select all node come before the current node. Preceding means it select the all node come before in the current node. And if you want to focus on any particular element, we will use the XPath index concept. Following sibling means select the following sibling of the context node. Sibling are the same level of the current node. Here the question was what are the preceding, what are the following sibling, what are the difference between preceding and the following sibling. Now we will see the parent method of the XPath access means it select the parent node of the current node, and its syntax is the added forward double forward slash in square bracket attribute name attribute value it followed by the again double forward slash parent double colon equal to tag name. Next is the self method of the XPath access, and it select the current node. Self means it indicate its self current node. So descendant means it selected descendant of the current node as shown in below. fix screen तो नहीं है यहाँ पे, हम यही देखेंगे. It identified the element descendant to the current element like which mean down under the node like child node, grandchild, means its grandchild, child node, it's come in the descendant nodes. Now we will see the summary of this expert access. Expert access means expert is required to find the element on the web page as do on the operation on that particular element. Also, we have seen what are the types of the expert. Expert means absolute expert and the relative expert. Absolute expert is start from the single forward slash and the relative expert is start from the double forward slash. Here I'm discussing its different. Difference means different between the absolute expert and the relative expert. Absolute expert means is one first difference is absolute expert is start from the single forward slash, where relative expert is start from the double forward slash. In the absolute expert, we select the node or we identify the node from the root node of the element, so it is lengthy. And the in the case of relative expert, it is short because we can locate the element from anywhere on the web page. And we always prefer to use the relative expert. Expert access are the method used to find the dynamic element. Dynamic elements means those elements which are changing periodically. Expert expression select the node or the list or the nodes on the basis of attribute like ID, name and the class name. Expert access. Access means we have to traverse from one element to the another element. That's so we have used the expert access. Next question is what explain the independent dependent expert. Independent dependent experts means we have to traverse from one element to the another element. Like we need to get the display price of the iPhone 7 or variant of the Flipkart website. As we know, price will vary based on the model number, memory and color. Every price may change also with the time or when some sale is on. But model now will be the always constant. So we can say that if we retrieve the price based on the model name, we will get always updated price. Price is dependent on the model number, and here we can say the model name is independent entire, while price is dependent entire, which depends upon the respective model number. Another scenario is suppose we have form which asks detail like name, age, gender, email ID and the mobile number and the provided text area with a proper label. As a good automation tester, we should check the label before typing. So first we need to check the label and then we go to the corresponding input text area. This is also scenario for independent and dependent concept. Independent dependent concept means first we have to locate the dependent text, and after that we have to look at the independent text. So in this way we have discussed about independent dependent expert access. Suppose these are the elements whose are not changing and remaining elements are changing. Cross means these are changing and these are the static elements. So this changing element is depends on the static element. So for us this square box is a this independent element and this cross are the independent. So first we have to locate this element and after that we have to traverse this element. This is the concept of the independent dependent access. Now the next question is what are the upcast? Upcast is means this question is related to the Java. Upcast means a process of converting one data type to another data type is called the typecasting. Upcasting is a type of the object typecasting in which we child object is typecasted to the parent class object. By using upcasting, we can easily access the variable and method of the parent class to the child class. And the next question is what is the downcasting? In that question we have seen the what is upcasting. Upcasting means the process of converting one data type to the another data type. Means child object is typecasted to the parent class object, and in that way we can easily access the variable and the method of the parent class. Now we will see the what is downcasting. Downcasting means in upcasting we assign the parent class reference object to the child class. In Java, we cannot assign the parent class reference object to the child class, but if you perform downcasting, we will not get any compile time error. We will it will throw the class cast exception. In the next question is, where did we use the upcasting in Selenium? Interviewer may ask this question that where we use the OOPS concept in your framework, where you use the encapsulation abstractions or overloading overriding in your project framework. Also here one question from that, where did we use or you use the upcasting in Selenium? That time we have to say when when we uh, when we created the object of the Firefox driver, like a WebDriver driver is equal to new Firefox driver. Here WebDriver is an interface, and all we know we can't create the object of the WebDriver, so we have to here upcast our driver to the Firefox driver. Like WebDriver is an interface in Selenium that extends the supermost interface called the search context interface. Driver is a upcasted object or WebDriver interface reference variable. Here WebDriver is an interface, driver is a reference variable, and equal to is a assignment operator. New is a keyword using which object can be created. Means with the help of this new keyword, Firefox driver class is object of Firefox driver is class is created, and the Firefox driver is a constructor of the Firefox class which initialize. So the here question is formed that where did we use the upcasting? We have to say when we create the object of the Firefox driver class, that time we are using the upcasting concept. Also interviewer will ask to explain the this line. That time we have to say WebDriver is a interface, driver is a reference variable, equal to is a assignment operator, new is a keyword which object which is used to create the object of the Firefox class, Firefox driver class, and Firefox driver construct is it is the constructor of the Firefox driver class. Now the next question is, explain the typecasting using Selenium with respect to the text screenshot. We take the screenshot of the page by using get screenshot as a method of the text screenshot interface. All we know the text screenshot is an interface also which extended the WebDriver interface. Now we see the text. We will see about the text screenshot interface. Text screenshot interface. It is used to take the screenshot of the whole page, and here its method is a get screenshot. A get screenshot as method of the text screenshot, which is used to take a screenshot of the page. It is a non-static method. We need a reference of a text screenshot interface to call it. Means get screenshot as is a non-static method. There is no such method which return the instance of text screenshot interface. So we typecast our object to the text screenshot interface, and using this object reference we call the get screenshot as method of the text screenshot interface. Like yes, this is a reference variable, and now we have to pass the driver like text screenshot as. Here we have to write text screenshot and upcast to the driver. Sorry, typecast to the driver. And then with the help of this reference variable, we have to call get screenshot method. Now the next question is, explain typecasting with respect to the JavaScript executor. Here we see the typecasting with the text screenshot, and now we have to see the typecasting with a JavaScript executor. All we know why we use the JavaScript executor. JavaScript executor, in what situation we use the JavaScript executor. These are the question may be formed or may be asked during the interview. When we use JavaScript executor, why we use JavaScript executor, and in which situation we will use the JavaScript executor. And the fourth question is typecasting with respect to the JavaScript executor. What is JavaScript executor? These are the all question form related to the JavaScript executor. So first we see what is the JavaScript executor. JavaScript executor is a interface that help to execute the JavaScript through the Selenium WebDriver. And the next question is why we use the JavaScript executor if there is a Selenium tool. So in the some situation, Selenium tool is failed to perform the actions on the web page. That time we use the JavaScript executor. Suppose that there is a element is disabled, or the suppose if there is no perform any click function on the web page, that time we use the JavaScript executor. JavaScript executor is an interface that help to execute JavaScript through the Selenium WebDriver. JavaScript executor provide a two method like execute script and the execute asynchronous script to run the JavaScript on the selected web page. In the Selenium, we can't use the asynchronous script. So here is the syntax. First, we have to import the package for the JavaScript executor like org openqa.selenium JavaScript executor. Then we have to create a reference to the JavaScript executor like JavaScript executor JS. Means we have to downcast this typecast this JavaScript executor to our driver in this syntax, by the syntax like JavaScript executor JS in square bracket JavaScript executor and driver. And now we have to calling the method of the JavaScript executor like js.execute script, and here in this bracket we have to write the script. Also we have to write the script and the web element on which we have to perform the operation. In this way we have seen the 10 question. Remaining question we will see in the next section. Hope you guys you are understanding the all questions and answer. Suppose if you have any question related to the Selenium, you can paste it into the comment or you can comment down below the video. Thank you.